Hi, my name is Donna Littlepage, and I am a Senior Vice President with Curling Clinic, and I am Chair of the Board of Directors of Family Service of Roanoke Valley. Welcome to Roanoke, and thank you so much for coming here to be with us. In order for you to learn a little bit more about the great work done by Family Service, I'd like to introduce our President and CEO, Linda Henchman.
Thank you, Donna. Thank you all for being here and welcome. We especially are honored today to have our local officials here, elected officials, our mayor and vice mayor, and we are very honored to have Governor Northam with us today. We are particularly honored that he was able to bring with him, or make sure that he had with him, the school supplies, hand sanitizer, and reusable masks for our students at our partnering agencies where we will be providing programming. Governor Northam's attendance here today underscores his commitment to local nonprofits and human service organizations that understand the impact of COVID-19 to our communities and how the trauma and desperation that people are feeling over loss of loved ones, loss of jobs, layoffs, furloughs have impacted them. Organizations like Family Service are here to help meet those needs of people who are hurting. We do this every day through our counseling services, through our guardianship program that cares for adults with disabilities, through our payee services, which help prevent homelessness for people, and also through our prevention programming with students through the schools and through our community partners. Today we have several of those students with us, and we're really excited about that. And to acknowledge the students that are here, I'd like to bring up our program director, Sarah Jane Lawrence.
Hello, everybody. Thank you, Governor, for being here. And for all of the youth who are here, they participate in a leadership initiative called the Teen Outreach Program. And we're so proud of them. They volunteer throughout the community, and they've given their time, especially during this pandemic, from their homes to try to make this community a better place. And so they do about 20 hours of service learning in this program, and some of them, about 10 of them every year, are recognized with a free class ring. Thank you to the Junior League of Roanoke Valley, who makes that possible for us to give them to the students who participate wholeheartedly. And today we have someone here who is actually receiving a ring. Her name is Sarah Evans, and she's helping out with the water today. I know that no one expected to meet our governor today with a face covering in the middle of online school day, but we are so grateful to have everyone here and for this opportunity. And thank you so much for being here.
Hope I can stand up under here. Hello, everybody. Hello. Good to see you. I have the distinct honor, privilege to bring forth a person who I and many others feel is the best governor in the country. And I thank him for what he's done. His leadership is really something special. And I could go on and tell you about it. You know, we basically claim him because he's a graduate of VMI. And VMI is right up the road here. So we really thank him for taking this opportunity to come out, to be here today, because he cares about the actions and things of young people and what we're doing. And I don't think we could have had a better leader to take us through this COVID-19 experience than Governor Northam. I think y'all will give him a hand for that. I think and he's always open. He's been open. His office is open, and we can talk with him. I know my son and I had a chance to visit him to talk about issues as it relates to business, and he's there for us. And I just can't really convey how important he is and how I have supported him and want to continue to support him as governor. We're blessed to have someone of his magnitude to work and serve with us here in the Commonwealth of Virginia. And just a few things. I want to thank him from a political standpoint for his increasing access to voting. That's important. That's important. I think his commitment to renewable energy, his action on criminal justice reform, which is badly needed. He's been right there with us. Improve gun safety, and all of you are aware those are issues that we've been working on and dealing with here in the Star City. And I want to thank you for that, and thank him, and just really let him know how important it is to be here, and how important it is for him to take time out of his busy schedule to come and talk with us. So please join me in welcoming the 73rd Governor of the Commonwealth of Virginia, Governor Ralph Northam. Let's give him a hand.
Good afternoon and hello to everybody. It's good being back in Roanoke in the Star City. And Mayor, if that didn't wake folks up, I don't know what will, but I'm going to take you on the road with me for introduction. But first of all, to the media and the press, thank you all for being here today. I have said all along, especially during some very difficult times during this COVID-19, it is so important for the people, not only of Virginia, but this country, that have accurate and updated information. So I appreciate you all being here this afternoon. Mayor, it is always good being back in the Star City. As the mayor said, I did attend school just up the road a little bit on Interstate 81 in Lexington, and spent a lot of time in Roanoke. But you know what I've witnessed over the years, and that was a few years ago, but Roanoke has just grown in leaps and bounds, and that didn't happen in a vacuum. It happened because of good leadership, and you all should be so proud to have Mayor Lee as your mayor. He has been in public service now for close to 20 years, and that is really commendable. And I describe Roanoke as really being a progressive city. It's an innovative city, especially with what's going on with the biomedical research at Virginia Tech, the medical school in Peruvian. And you know, most important, I think, to all of us, it's an inclusive city. And boy, isn't this a time when we should think of others and welcome folks to places like Roanoke. And it really shouldn't matter where you come from, or the color of your skin, or the religion you practice, or who you love. We want to welcome everybody. And so, Sherman, I thank you for your leadership and being a model for that. I want to thank Family Services. As was said in the earlier comments, this is a time for teamwork. This COVID-19 is not unique to anybody. It affects all of us. And I want to talk a little bit about that in just a minute. But to Family Services, thank you for all that you do. And every person that you touch is an important person. And so please give Family Services a round of applause. And I made this comment earlier, and I'm not going to be sidetracked, but I realize it's hot where you all are standing, so I'm going to be fairly brief. But thank you all for braving the heat. But I wanted to point out to the young people. I know I've met a couple of you on my way in. I know we have some 6th graders and some 7th graders, and what an interesting, challenging, difficult time this is for our students and their families. You know, this is the time, it's Labor Day weekend, and people want to get back to school. The children want to be back in the classroom, back with their friends, back on the athletic fields, back on the playgrounds. And this COVID-19 has really flipped everything that we do upside down. And to parents, Pam and I raised 2 children, and I know we want to get our children back to school, but you know what? We need to do it safely and responsibly. And so we've all got to be patient. We've all got to be part of that solution and do things like wear our masks, keep our social distancing, wash our hands, so that we can get this health crisis under control, put it in our rearview mirror, and move on with our lives and get back to as near normal as we can. So to the students, hang in there, be patient. I know this is a difficult time, but future, and we care about you, and we want you to continue school and to continue to be educated, and remember that the sky's the limit. You can be whatever you want to be here in this great country of ours. And so what has COVID-19 done to all of us? Well, it's done a lot, but one of the things it's done is it's brought the inequities that exist in our society into much stronger focus. And we've been aware of them, we've been working on them as a society, but now we know this has really impacted people of color. It has affected access to education, it's affected access to health care, it's affected access to nutrition, roofs over our head, business opportunities. I could go right down the list. And so I wanted to talk about why these programs are so important. 2 points I want to make. Food insecurity. Something that we don't think about enough sometimes, but prior to COVID-19, about 9% of the population in Virginia was what we call food insecure. They didn't know where their next meal was coming from. Well, now it's 22%. Think of that. 1 out of every 5 people doesn't know where their next meal is coming from. So it's important for all of us to remember them and to support our food banks and do volunteer work and make sure that we're taking care of the most vulnerable amongst our population. And then one other area that we really put a lot of emphasis on in Virginia is a roof over our head. And I know that you all understand that what the impact of evictions has done to people in Virginia. And so we have invested close to $50 million in a program that works with both our tenants and our landlords. We just invested 2 days ago, we made an announcement, $4 million to hire 20 additional eviction attorneys that can help families that are in need. So this is a time when we need to recognize the people out there that are hurting, that need our services, and that's why we're here today, to work with family services, to make sure that people have hand sanitizer, to make sure that you have school supplies, to make sure that you have water and nutrition. All of these things are very important. And lastly, I mentioned access to health care. We want to make sure that in order to get this COVID-19 under control, we encourage people to get tested. So we're going out to communities, and I'm pleased to have Dr. Janice Underwood with me today. Just so that you all know, as a formal introduction, Virginia is the first state to have a diversity, equity, and inclusion officer in this country. And Janice has done amazing work. And she chairs our Health Equity Commission, which goes out into the communities like this and make sure that we have testing, make sure that we have PPE, masks, hand sanitizer, and to make sure that we have the tracing that we need. So if someone is infected with COVID-19, we can make sure to quarantine them. So at the end of the day, thank you all for being part of this. This is so much a team effort, and I want more than anything, more than anybody, to get back to our near normal, to get our children back to school, to get our businesses up and running. But you know what? We're all part of this team, and we've all got to follow the guidelines. And as soon as we can do that, as soon as all of us can wear masks and keep our hands washed and keep our social distancing, we will get COVID-19 under control and be able to return to our near normal lives. So thank you all so much. It is great to be back in Roanoke. Again, I always appreciate being in the Star City, and you all are doing just such amazing things here. And under our mayor's leadership, again, Mayor Lee, thank you so much for having me here today. And I thank you for being here, and I look forward to being back here soon. So stay safe, have a peaceful and restful Labor Day weekend, and we've got a lot of work to do as we move forward. So thank you all very much.